Hello and welcome everybody to another walkthrough on MyMaths task simple probability. It's 378. It's all probability. One thing to note on this one is give fractions in the lowest terms. Not something I would normally go for, but that's the task, and you've got to do it according to whatever MyMaths says, really. Okay, so let's go. So probability of getting a pink. This is the setup. So I've just got to count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5 pinks to me. Just count again. 5. So there's 5 pinks out of, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different things that could happen. So it's just probably 5 out of 12, and you can cancel that down. Next one's probability of yellow. Yellow, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and again it'll be out of 12, so that's equal to 4 out of 12. Which you should know will cancel down. I can divide them both by 2, I guess, and I get 2 out of 6, and then I can cancel that one and get 1 out of 3 as the final probability for yellow. Probability of green is 1, 2, 3 out of 12, so it's 3 out of 12, which I can cancel down by dividing the top and bottom by 3, and I get 1 out of 4, so it's a quarter. And then the last one is the probability of blue, and there's no blues, so that's got to be 0, which means it's impossible. The next question was a fair die is rolled. Dice, they put dice, the single of dice is die. Fair dice is rolled. The probability I get a 6 on a dice is going to be 1 out of 6. The probability I get more than 4, so that'll be a 5 or a 6 on dice. So that's going to be 2 out of 6, 2 out of 6, which we cancel down to 1/3. So like I said, normally we don't cancel probabilities, and normally we just leave them alone. It's just another complication to get thrown in. Where we're going, so now I've got to put these on the probability scale, 0 to 1, 0 being impossible, 1 being an absolute certainty. Unfortunately, this scale's been broken up into 6 parts, so it's going to be easy to put them on. Probability getting a 6 is 1 out of 6. I just go 1/6 the way along the line, and there it is. There's A is going to go on that one. And then probability of more than 4 we said was 2 out of 6. So we go 1, 2 out of the 6 markers, and then we go there for B, and that's first task done there, or that part of the task done. Next question. So if I shift this book along, hopefully the camera will be okay. Oh, losing a bit. That's alright. Right, I thought this was a little bit tricky. It's just true or false. Q is less likely to get yellow than red. Now, I better figure out what the probability of getting yellow is on Q, and then the probability of red, and then I can compare them, can't I? So the probability of yellow on Q is equal to, and I've got 1, 2 yellows, so that's 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so it's 2 out of 10. And then the probability I get yellow on R is equal to yellow, it looks like 1, doesn't it? Yep, 1 out of, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 out of 8. Now the way you compare fractions is you get the denominators the same, that's the bottom of the fractions, you get the bottoms of the same. Simplest thing to do is just to multiply both these two numbers by the 8, and then multiply both these numbers by the 10. There's other ways to do it, but that's just a quick way of doing it. So 8 times 2 is 16 out of 8 times 10 is 80, but this one would be 10 out of, so 10 times 1, 10 times out of 80. So now I can see they're both out of 80 and decide this is true. So the probability is less likely to get yellow. Q is less likely to get yellow than R. Well, I'm going to get 16 yellows on Q, only 10, so it's not less likely, that's false. So we've got a false statement here. We've got, I've not paused the video or something, what's happened? Oh, that's on, just being slow. Right, green now, so probability that I get green on Q is equal to 1, 2, 3 out of 10, 3 out of 10. It is out of 10, isn't it? Yeah. And the probability I get green on Q is equal to, where are we at? 1, 2 out of 10, so 2 out of 10. Oh, it's not out of 10, that one, that one's out of 8. So there you go, big mistake. Right, so then I've got to get them into same denominators. So we just times the side by 8, so we get 24 out of 80, and on this one I'm going to multiply both by 10, and I get 20 out of 80. Now this one's more likely, isn't it? Green. Q is more likely to be green. Yes, it is, because that one was 24 and that was only 20, so that's a true statement, that one. Next one, blue. So probability that I get blue on Q is equal to blue on Q. There's no blues on Q, so that's 0. Okay, that's the end of that one. Probability I get blue on R. Oh, look at that, this should be R, shouldn't it? Blue on R is going to be, there's 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8, and that's clearly more than nothing. So that's Q is less likely to be blue. Well, that's true, because you can't get blue. So it's true. And pink, last one. So probability where pink on Q is equal to pink on Q. So let's have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. That's half of them. And the probability I get pink on R is equal to pink on R. So 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8. Now interestingly, they're both a half, aren't they? So Q is more likely to get that. Well, that's false, because the bits are both the same actually. They're both on a probability of a half. You can either cancel the fraction down, or you can go to that 80 thing. So we just times both sides by 80, we'll get 40 over 80, and we times both these by 10, you get 40 over 80 again. So comparing fractions, just get the denominators the same. Shifting over. Last question. Oh, I haven't put the things on it. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. I'm going to know what the puzzle is now. So I better look at the screen. Let's have a look. So that one, pink, pink, pink. So where are we going? We've got a pink here, a yellow, pink, a yellow, and a blue. Right, I better make sure that I can actually see what I'm doing here on the screen. Both. So about that. Right, let's have a look. The probability I get pink. 1, 2, 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 6. So that's going to be a half. Probability I get blue is going to be 1 out of 6, it looks like. So 1 out of 6 are blue. And the probability I get yellow looks to be 2 out of 6, 2 out of 6, which is equal to a third. So that's that one. In 540 spins, how many yellows would you expect? Well, I'm thinking a third of them are going to be yellows, so I've just got to work out 1/3 of 540. So I just do 540. I'm going to divide that by 3, and then I'm going to multiply it by 1. The easiest way to do fractions. So what's that? That's going to be 180, isn't it? Quite clearly 180. Get your calculator out. Okay. That's it. That's the, what was that? That was something to do with probability. Simple probability, 378. Good luck, people.